Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam, also known as Jacob, is one of the honored prophets in Islam, Christianity, and Judaism. In Islam, his story is mentioned in the Quran across several chapters, especially in Surah Yusuf. Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam was the son of Ishaq, also known as Isaac, and the grandson of Ibrahim, also known as Abraham alayhi salam. He was born in Palestine. He was a righteous man from a blessed family line, known for the strong faith in Allah. Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam is very well recognized as the father of Prophet Yusuf, also known as Joseph. Prophet Yaqub had 12 sons who later became the ancestors of the 12 tribes of Israel, referred to as children of Israel or Bani Israel. Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam was a kind and a wise man. He loved Allah very much and always prayed to Him. Allah loved Yaqub too and made him a prophet to guide people to the right path. Yaqub alayhi salam always taught his followers to do good and avoid evil. So, Yaqub alayhi salam had 12 sons and he loved them all, but one of them was very special to him. His name was Yusuf alayhi salam. Yusuf was a good boy with a kind heart. He always obeyed his father and was very thankful to Allah. One day, young Yusuf had a dream. He saw 11 stars, the sun and the moon, bowing down to him. He ran to tell his father. Yaqub alayhi salam smiled and said, "This is a special dream, my son. Allah has chosen you for something amazing, but don't mention it to your brothers just yet." As a father, Yaqub knew the nature and character of all his sons. He knew that his other sons were jealous of Yusuf, mainly because he was the most loved and pampered by him. One day, the brothers made a plan. They took Yusuf far away and threw him into a well. Then they went home and told their father that a wolf had eaten Yusuf. In Surah Yusuf, it says, "And he turned away from them and said, 'Oh, my sorrow over Yusuf,' and his eyes became white from grief, for he was of that a suppressor." In grief, Yaqub alayhi salam went through a period of profound sorrow. He cried so much that he became blind. Despite his sorrow, he never lost hope in Allah's mercy, saying that he trusted Allah's plan. In Surah Yusuf, it says, "Patience is most fitting, and Allah is the one sought for help against which you describe." Meanwhile, Yusuf was found by some travelers who took him to Egypt. There he was sold as a servant to a kind man named Al-Aziz. Over time, Yusuf became very trusted because he was so wise and honest. One day, the king of Egypt, called the Pharaoh, had a strange dream that no one could understand. But Yusuf, with Allah's help, told him that the dream meant that Egypt would have 7 years of good crops, followed by 7 years of famine, a time where there would be no food. The Pharaoh was so impressed that he made Yusuf an important leader in Egypt. Many years passed and famine spread all over the land. Yaqub and his sons ran out of food, so they traveled to Egypt to buy some. When they arrived, they did not recognize Yusuf, but he recognized them. He tested his brothers by accusing them of being spies and demanding that they bring their youngest brother, Yamin, to prove their honesty, which they did. After many trials and challenges, Yusuf revealed who he was and forgave all his brothers for what they had done to him. In Surah Yusuf, it says, "No blame will be upon you today. Allah will forgive you, and He is the most merciful of the merciful." Yusuf invited his father and the rest of the family to settle in Egypt, where they lived in peace, prosperity. Upon the reunion, Yaqub alayhi salam regained his eyesight and was extremely happy to be reunited with his beloved son. Before his death, Yaqub gathered his sons and reminded them of the importance of worshipping Allah alone. He instructed them to stay on the path of righteousness and to always maintain faith. He specifically asked his sons, "What will you worship after me?" To which the sons replied, "We will worship your God and the God of your forefathers, Ibrahim, Ismail, and Ishaq. One God, and to him we submit." Yaqub then passed away in peace, and his sons honored his wishes. Prophet Yaqub's story is one of the deep emotions and great wisdom and lesson in how to face trials with patience and how faith can guide us through the most difficult circumstances. His story teaches us to have patience and trust in Allah. We learn the importance of family values and forgiveness and the importance of prophethood. Yaqub alayhi salam's story is part of the larger narrative of the prophets. The guidance of faith was passed down through generations from Prophet Ibrahim to his sons.